Hi friends, welcome to another video. So today I wanted to do something fun because it has been one of those weeks. I'm sure everyone around the world has been feeling the vibes of the election, but now it's finally over and we can celebrate. So I wanted to do something fun today and put my own little twist on it. So what I'm gonna do is the Do I Have That book tag. So I have previously done the Do I Have That Other book challenge, so I am doing it like a little bit out of order. But I recently watched Keeping Tab's original video and it just looked like so much fun, but I wanted to put my own twist on it. So instead of timing myself while I do it, I thought I would make it a little bit more difficult and make it a drinking challenge. Last time I did this challenge, I didn't have 3 of the books on the list. So I thought this time around I would do the same thing, and for every book that I don't have on the list, I'm going to take a shot of this Curious Peppermint Smirnoff vodka. I have never tried this before. I think it's going to be interesting. The label actually has a scratch and sniff on it, which is interesting. Let me smell it now because I haven't actually smelled it. Yeah, it just smells like peppermint, but it felt like a Christmassy vibe, and it's the start of November, so we've officially begun Christmas season. So I'm gonna do the challenge, and every time I don't have one of the books on the list, I'm gonna take a shot of this bad boy, and hopefully I don't get too many more than 3, because like I'm not trying to ruin myself today, I'm just trying to get a little bit turned. Also, a friendly disclaimer, everyone please know your limits and drink responsibly. Just live vicariously through me if you want, but I'm hoping that I won't get that drunk. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first question is, do you have a book with deckled edges? I don't know what this is. Let me just Google it really quick. What's a deckled? Okay, so it's like the uneven, ripped looking edges. Okay, let me take a look and see. Yes, I do. The Golem and the Genie has these like ripped, deckled edges. So check 1. So far, so good. Number 2, do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? Oh my God, that was really close. I thought I might not, but A Torch Against the Night. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Check. Okay, number 3, do you have a book based on another fictional story? A book based on another fictional story. So like a retelling, I guess. Yes, I have The Wrath and the Dawn, which I believe is a Scheherazade Tale of 1001 Nights. So I think that counts as a retelling. Number 4, do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? Rude. Okay, so 10 letters long, does that mean the whole one word has to be 10 letters? Or does it mean like blank and blank is 10 letters in total? Okay, if we're counting the one word has to be 10 letters long, which I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, I have A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and gentleman is 10 letters long with the S, so I think that counts. Okay, question number 5, do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? I have The Rope Maker by Peter Dixon, if we just take out the, which I haven't seen people really talk about this book. It is old. I think it came out like 2001, but this is a book that I read, I think in junior high, and really liked. I think if you like stories like The Name of the Wind, you would enjoy this, so maybe check it out. Okay, so far so good. No shots, but I do have water handy, so I'm just gonna take a sip, because this is a lot of work getting up and down all the time. Okay, number 6, do you have a mass market paperback book? This counts, right? American Gods. It's like the tall version. There is a shorter one as well. Let me just check. Yeah, I think this counts. I don't know. I have a bunch. I could also count this one, My Antonia by Willa Cather, which is like, good God, what a depressing book. If you've ever read this, you know, like the scene with the wedding and the wolves will traumatize you. But it's a classic about American pioneers if you're interested. What if I get through this whole video without having a single shot? Like, I feel like I would be a little disappointed. I hope I don't have at least one of them. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? Ooh. Okay, I think this is it. This is the first one I don't have a book for. I don't think I have any books with authors who wrote under a pen name, so shots, shots, shots. I really hope this tastes good. I hope it's not disgusting. Also, this is like a double shot glass, so I'm just gonna pour half because, like, no thank you. Okay. Oh my god, it smells like mouthwash. That's not good. Tastes pepperminty. Okay, bottoms up. Oh my god. It tastes like a liquid candy cane. Like, it's really sweet. I don't hate that actually because of the sweetness. The sweet helps. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's keep going. Number 8, do you have a book with a character's name in the title? Anna and the French Kiss by Anne Perkins? Oh no, sorry, by Stephanie Perkins. Yes, I do. Okay, next. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Oh, 2 maps, okay. I hate to pull out my old trusty Nevernight again, but I feel like if any of them do, it'll be this one for sure. Okay, yes, so Nevernight by J. Kristoff, my beautiful baby, has like the kingdom map, and then it's got a map of the capital city, God's Grave. So 1, 2, beauty. Next question. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? I'm trying not to reuse books that I used in my last video, but I think I have to again. So A Discovery of Witches, which has anybody watched the TV show of this? Because I really liked it. I haven't seen the whole thing because you had to pay for it or something, but I do want to finish watching it at some point. I think the books are better, but the TV show is really fun if you want to check it out. So there's 20 questions in total, so we are halfway through. Okay. Number 11, do you have a book written by someone who is originally famous for something else, such as a celebrity, athlete, politician, TV personality? Are we allowed to use nonfiction books? Because I have The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and I know she was originally famous for her business of helping people with organization, and then eventually she wrote this book. I think, from my understanding of her book, this could count. But as a backup option, again, if we're allowed to count nonfiction, I do also have, what is this? John by Cynthia Lennon. So both Cynthia and John were famous. Well, Cynthia was famous for being John's first wife before Yoko Ono. So I think that also counts. Number 12, do you have a book with a clock on the cover? I have Night Circus, which has a clock right there, so I think that counts. There's really polarizing opinions about this book. I feel like people either like love it or think it's kind of weird and doesn't make a lot of sense. I kind of fall like right in the middle of the line between those two because I thought this was really like atmospheric and fun and magical while I was reading it, but I also didn't like the ending all that much, and I thought it was a little bit overly complex. So comment below and let me know what you thought of this book. Number 13, do you have a poetry book? I have Lord of the Butterflies by Andrea Gibson, who I actually had the pleasure of seeing them live at a show. It was like a reading of some of their newest poetry. I think it was when this book came out, it was a reading of some of these and some of their previous poems. Like, so cool. If you can ever get a chance to watch an author read their own poetry in person, it's just like such a magical experience. And I loved so many of these poems so much. Like, highly recommend. If you haven't heard of Andrea, or you just want to like get into poetry in general, I think this is a really great place to start. Number 14, do you have a book with an award stamp on it? Ooh. Here's one. I have The Paying Guests, finalist for the Bailey's Women's Prize for Fiction. I haven't finished this book yet. I'm like really like not that far into it at all, but I find it like really tedious. It's a lot of just talking about like the owner of the house, like cleaning everything and taking a lot of baths. There is like a relationship that happens on later in the book that I like kind of want to keep going just so I can read the rest of the story. But like the beginning with all of the cleaning is just like, and it's like so boring and dry and British that I'm just like, I don't know if I will finish it or not. But it's on my shelf, we'll see. Number 15, do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? I don't know. This is a good one. Okay, I think this is shot round 2. My initials are SS, and I have like 3 different authors on my shelf with the first name Sarah, but nobody with the last name that also starts with S. So shot round 2. Here we go. Honestly, it wasn't so bad last time. This is okay. Oh, that's more than half full, but oh well. Here we go. It's not bad. There's just so much peppermint. You know what? That would be so good in like a hot chocolate, to make it like a peppermint hot chocolate. Okay, I'm getting ideas. Number 16, do you have a book of short stories? Shit, I think this is gonna be another shot, like right after the first one. No, I lied. Yay, I have Henry James, Daisy Miller, and Other Stories. So that totally counts as a collection of short stories. I also have a book of Poe's short stories, so we're good. Phew. Okay, next, do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? Okay, that's very specific. Okay, thank God, yes I do. Blood Promise by Rochelle Mead, which is number 4 in the Vampire Academy series, which is like on my top 10 favorite series of all time. Like, this is just so nostalgic for me. Whenever I reread this series, it's just like coming home to my teenage self, and I just love it so much. Yeah, so this is exactly, let me just check. So there's like a chapter from another book right in the back, but I'm not counting that. So the whole book is 503 pages long. Booyah. Okay, we're almost done. So number 18, do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Yes, I do. I have 2 different copies of I Capture the Castle because it is my favorite book. And if you haven't seen the movie is also so fantastic. I've seen it a couple times. But if you guys have never read this book, just like, please go read it. It's so wonderful. It's set in like, I want to say maybe like the 30s or 40s, and it's this British family that lives in this huge old crumbling castle, and the father is a writer who hasn't written a book in years, so the family is very destitute. And then the main character just like writes in journals and tells the story about her and her family meeting these like rich neighbors who move in next door and them interacting with them. And it's just such a good book. It's just like so warm and well written, and it just, I like that it doesn't have a traditionally happy ending. It's like real life, but you can still be happy in real life. It's just not perfect, and I really love that. Okay, number 19, do you have a graphic novel? This would have been a no like a couple weeks ago, but I just bought this. Fangs by Sarah Anderson. I got this for Halloween, and also because I've been following her, Sarah Scribbles, Instagram for ages, and I just love her art and her work so much, and I just wanted to support her, so I thought I would buy this. Plus, like, it's just really well done. Like, I'll just show you a page. What's like a good one I can show you? So it's a story about a vampire and a werewolf who fall in love. So good, so cute. Okay, last one. Do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? Okay, so the thing is, I have a copy of Gemina by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, but it's an ARC, and I was planning on getting rid of it because I don't have the 1st or the 3rd book. So like technically I do own it, but it's not on my shelf because I'm planning to get rid of it. So it's on my pile of like get rid of / donate books. So does that count? Like physically I own it, but like it's not on my shelf. I don't know. It's, you know what? It's the last question on the list. So I feel like let's just take a shot. We've only had 2 so far. Let's just do it. We're out here to have a good time, okay? All right, final one. Ugh. Maybe I didn't need to do that. Ugh. Okay, that's it. I did it. Only 3 books that I didn't have on my physical shelf, which is like exactly what I had the last one too, so that's actually perfect. Okay, so I will link Keeping Tabs' original video down below if you want to watch it. She actually does hers as a time challenge, so she tries to find all the books as quickly as possible, so it's super fun to watch. Yeah, this was such a fun challenge. If you haven't done it yet, I mean, I know it's been out for quite a while, but if you haven't done it yet, it's super fun. Maybe try it with the twist if you're over the legal drinking age, because it was a lot of fun. Just maybe don't do it with the peppermint vodka, because that was a flavor experience and I don't know how good it was. I feel like this is gonna be really, really good mixed with other stuff like hot chocolate or maybe like creme de cacao. I don't know. I have most of the bottle left to experiment with, so yay me. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.